The National Cuatro Festival is our leading fundraiser of the year, as many of you know. How's that sound in terms of the level?
I'm gonna shut my door.
To learn more about us, log on to our website, praachicago.org.
Yeah, and Carlos, make sure you sit forward a little bit most of the time so you don't fall in your background.
Is that okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just kind of like lean a little forward so that you don't get, not that forward, but yeah, like right there. Can you see yourself in your video and what happened?
Yeah, I can see myself.
Yeah. Yeah, about right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a few quick practices on the screen share.
Okay.
Is that good? Did that come full screen okay?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Then Haley, can you write down these times? So that video is the first one. That's the LMP video.
That's 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta get that timer going right at 2:30, 2:40 to get
You mean right as the video starts?
right, get the timer going. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it goes off, you are ready to introduce that person. And then the next video to go is the McDonald's video. So let me get a practice on that.
The McDonald's video?
Yeah, the one what is the gentleman's name, Carlos, who passed?
Juan Mendez.
Juan Mendez, yeah.
The AMHOA Juan Mendez video.
Yeah, what's the time?
It's going to be approximately, hey, Haley, did we give you the schedule? Do you have the schedule? Did we give
She has
I have a sheet. I've got all my cues written down.
Oh, okay.
Shared it with me. Thank you.
Okay, the Juan Mendez tribute video should play approximately at 6:46. But we're gonna have to monitor in case we're running a little bit behind.
And how long is the video?
I think I saw in there, it was like 2 minutes and 39 seconds or something. When it popped up.
Let me get it. The video itself is 2:24.
2:24.
So yeah, set
I'll
your
set a
timer
timer for 2 minutes and
2:10.
14 seconds.
Yeah, set it for 2:10.
2:10. Sure thing.
Great job, Ignacio. I'd like to thank some of the Cuenta Conmigo people who have donated for this event. Calera Carpero Markets, Clifford Law Offices, Opportunities for All, Hector Fabregas, Dr. Ramon Garcia, Lydia Mercado, Mike Pritza. How do you pronounce that name? Pritza. Pritchek. Milton Rodriguez, Will Santiago, Rodrigo Sierra, Representative retired state legislator, Honorable Miguel Santiago, and retired Judge Honorable Leda Santiago.
Now, Carlos, you know you're looking down.
I know, but I gotta read this. You know what? How's that? Better?
Well, you're still looking down. I don't know if there's a way we can put that up in your office.
If you just try to be very conscientious about making eye contact with the camera in between sentences, that's
Like, keep looking up.
an option.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I do this, does it look like I'm looking at the camera?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, can you literally tape it to your monitor as soon as you go to talk? Like tape it below the camera.
I'll go help. I'm gonna come help him.
You have tape. You got tape over there? So I'd like to thank everyone. Does it look like I'm looking at the camera? So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today.
Yeah,
Cabrera Capital,
better.
Mark, Clifford Law. Does it look like I'm looking at the camera? 'Cause I'm
Yeah, I mean
looking-
it's a lot better that way.
It's a lot better that way.
Yeah.
I do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank some of the people here, Cabrera Capital Market, Clifford Law Offices, Opportunities for All, Hector Fabricas, Dr. Ramon Garcia. Does it look like I'm looking at the?
I mean, I'd still flick your eyes up a little bit, but
Remember, get off the table. Hey.
yeah, that's it.
No,
So just
no.
in
Oh,
between
so my camera-
sentences,
my
just
camera's right
Have
here.
that.
Right
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Am I too loud? Am I interrupting your movie?
It's just when I go through these names here.
Yeah, okay, and you could take this table, you can tear them apart, because you got two pages there,
Yeah.
and then here's some tape. Here's the tape, so when you're ready.
All right,
to
let
do
me
that,
look-
you
let
can
me-
just- You could just
Let
tape
me
them on.
practice with this then. Could you put that person back into,
What would you like?
oh, that's such a, no, somebody's checking in already.
Okay.
One of our panelists. Let's see, I'd like to read. Great job, Ignacio. Hi, Diana.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for checking in
No, absolutely.
early.
Always.
This
It is one of our panelists.
When we're doing these walkthroughs, it's great to have folks show up early, so we appreciate it.
Did you
Yeah,
bring
we do this all the time, so I get it. I get the pains of it.
Did you bring a glass?
I have a glass. I'll do it with a protein shake.
I this is
Nobody's
just
gonna
wa-
know.
This is just water right here. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah. So I'll, do you want me, I'll turn off my camera and my mic,
Hi.
right? Until
Yeah.
it's time for me, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You got all the information, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just want me to just make some remarks on behalf of the station, basically, right? And that's it. And then I'll just turn everything off.
Right.
Okay, sounds
For,
good. Hi,
for my
Nancy.
peace of
Nice
mind,
to
let me
meet you.
just bring you back on. So cut off your camera and then I'm going to bring you back on, or I'm going to actually ask you to start your video.
Okay. Do you want me to? Okay.
There you go. That's
Okay.
it. Just okay. So yeah, that's the cue you'll get when it's time to start, and we'll ask you to make sure you're unmuted so I don't like double mute, unmute you, and you end up muted. So best practice is to mute yourself before turning your video on.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself and stop my video?
You're
Or are
gonna-
you stopping my video?
We'll stop your video and mute you when you're done.
Okay, so
But
I
it's
don't have
just
to
when
do
you,
anything.
right, when you're done, we'll get you all cut off, but it's when you're brought on. So I'll request that you start your video, but you need to be responsible for unmuting yourself at that point.
Okay, all right,
Great.
sounds good.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Juan.
Hi, how are you, Carlos?
Good, good. Thank you for
How are
joining
you?
us.
Thank you. Hi, Diana and Nancy.
Hi, Juan. Thanks again. Thanks for joining us.
It
Glad to
seems
be
like we're
here.
in some back room before the people get in, right?
Yes.
Michael, Juan Lopez is from Goya.
Awesome, great. Thank you for joining us, Juan. Appreciate you jumping on a few minutes early. It's really straightforward. Just excuse me. Keep track of where we are in the program, and like really just a split second before you're on. I'm gonna turn your video off. A split second before we want you to come on, we will send you that mark there
Okay.
to ask you to start your video. And you just accept it.
Okay.
So if you just, give it a click there. Perfect. And at that time, you will also be muted, but you'll be responsible for unmuting yourself before you start your camera.
Hi, Manuel.
Hola, buenas tardes.
So Manuel Cuevas is our board chair.
Um,
Hola, hola, hello, how are you?
Hello.
I'm excited. This is the
Yes.
first Pras virtual event I've been to.
Yes. I am zoomed out since since March, but
Well, Manuel, thanks so much for doing this. I'm working the boards back here, and I think we're going to have a great program. One thing I will note, you're responsible for introducing quite a few people.
yes.
Since there's so many people, it'll take us just half a second to get them up. So just, don't, as soon as you say somebody's name, cueing me to bring them up, maybe you say a few more words till they actually get on. But
Okay.
it'll all work out just fine. And for everybody, this format is actually really, really forgiving. So if you're muted for a second before you get started, or you can't get your video on right away, nobody remembers it. It really doesn't affect the gravity of the program and the value of it. So.
Yeah, now I'll just slow down so that, I think we need to get more comfortable with silence. So it's okay.
That's true.
We just sit for a moment, and
Right.
I'm trying to practice that myself. And yeah, so we'll make sure people display, and then I'll go to the next name.
Sounds good. All right, looks like okay. Great.
While we have you here, Juan,
Yes.
Juan is the new general manager of Goya Foods. Manuel Cuevas is our board chair, and Diana Maldonado is also on our board.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. for
Encantado,
supporting us.
Juan. Un placer conocerte.
Igual, and hopefully we can meet soon in person.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Where are you located?
Well, my office is in Bolingbrook.
Well, you're here. Perfect.
Mhm. So I'm not too far. A half hour, 35 minutes from the city.
Yeah. I'm in Arlington Heights, so we're not too far.
Yeah.
I work in Evanston, but primarily in Chicago too. But I live in Arlington Heights, so this is Bolingbrook is right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm learning my way around. I just been out here 3 months, so.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did
Where
you
did you come
relocate from San Juan, or?
No, from the East Coast, from Mid Jersey.
Okay.
I was in charge of the whole Philadelphia, DC, Maryland market. I was on the
Okay.
sales side. Now I'm on the operation side.
Great.
Mhm.
Well, we'll need to find a way to get together. Yes.
Absolutely.
Just bear with me one moment.
We have Monica here also. Monica, you there?
Give us a little chat message saying hello.
Oh. Oh, because she's driving, that's right.
She might be just listening.
Maribel Delgado, this is one of our artists.
She's listening.
She's listening in, okay.
Yeah, she just at the bottom the little chat box. She's on the road.
Okay.
Is the audio from here okay?
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, your video is great. Your audio, you're fine.
Michael, my Maribel Delgado is one of our artists. Is their video off because she has it off or because we have it off?
You should be able to.
Okay, there she is. Perfect. You look great there with the Puerto Rican flag and the other Cuatros in the background.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Great.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Benida.
Hi, Maribel. I'm Mike. Mike Wren. I'm helping run the tech end of this. One quick thing. Your lighting is good. Can you turn up your microphone on your computer a little bit more? Your voice is a little bit soft.
Maybe some use a computer sound, but I can be close to the computer.
Look, if you do you see the microphone button in the lower left-hand corner?
Yes.
Click that and hit audio settings at the bottom of that.
Okay.
And then the second slider down is microphone. If you slide that all the way to the more to the right, that'll increase your microphone grab.
Okay, I'm using the built-in microphone.
Hi, Ignacio.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome. All good.
Thank
¿Pudiste
you.
incrementarlo, Maribel?
¿Cómo?
¿Pudiste incrementarle volumen en el micrófono de abajo, el icon que tiene abajo en el screen?
No me sale nada como para subirle el volumen.
Si sube, dale la flechita que va para arriba, donde dice mute el micrófono, ahí tiene una cosa que le dicen built-in. What is the name of it, Michael, again? For increasing the audio setting, donde dice audio setting, la flechita. Ve a mute, sube la flechita y te va a dar un menú de diferentes opciones. Y ahí vas a conseguir audio settings.
Okay.
Y ahí puedes subirle el micrófono, output volume un poquito más.
Okay.
Súbelo.
Vamos a ver. ¿Y ahora? ¿Se oye mejor?
Perfecto. Beautiful. Right, Michael? Is that okay?
Okay.
Michael, you muted. You're muted.
Perfect.
Okay.
She sounds okay?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, good.
Okay,
And then one other thing, let's do a practice on turning on your camera when it's time. So when it's time, Maribel, to turn your camera on, I'm going to stop your video. When it's time for you to turn your camera on, you will see that announcement.
Okay, perfect.
And you just hit that and that'll bring you on.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the person that's going to bring you on, Maribel, is Ignacio. Okay, Ignacio es que te va a llamar a los artistas y tú tienes el agenda, ¿no? Más o menos. La agenda está en el horario de Chicago, así que tiene que añadirle 2 horas más.
Sí, la tengo por aquí también, tú la enviaste.
Sí, para que más o menos donde cae la participación tuya. Va a ser con Cuco y Tato, Rosy.
Ok, muy bien. Pues estoy por aquí. Voy a apagar el micrófono para entonces. Quería estar temprano, pero bueno.
She's gonna turn off her microphone. Are we fine with her, Michael?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right. Hey, Ignacio, thanks for joining us a few minutes early. We're locked and loaded here. So let's just do a quick rundown of this show. And Ignacio, you're obviously playing a big part. So look forward to working with you. You're obviously probably pretty familiar with turning your video on.
Yep.
You're going to be doing that a lot. So keep your eye on that. Okay, so here's the rundown of the show, just from a transition point. I have a button at the top of my screen that says Start Webinar. When it's time to go live, all of our mics will be muted, all of our cameras will be off. I will start the screen share, a slideshow, a circulating slideshow for, what did we say, about 7 minutes or 5 minutes? 5, so I'm gonna let it play for 5 minutes. After 5, Ignacio, I'm going to invite you to start your video. Your video will pop up next to the slideshow. As soon as I see you up, I'm going to bring the slideshow down. So then you'll be big on the screen. And so as soon as you see the slideshow come down, you're good to go. You talk for a little while and you introduce Manuel. And I will invite you to start, Manuel, as you're introduced, but there will be a little bit of a few seconds where both of you all are on the screen. And then when I'm sure, Manuel, that you're off to the races, Ignacio, you're going to be cut off. Manuel, the first thing that happens with slides is that you announce the board of directors. So then as soon as you say, I want to announce the board of directors, I'll bring up a board of directors slide, and then I have them 2 by 2 on slides. So you just go through the list, and you'll see them on the screen next to you. As soon as you're done with 2, I'll pop the next slide up. As soon as you're done, I'll pop the next slide up. So then that's good. So then you bring David and Elliot on, and then and then halfway through their talk with the.
Hold on. Time out. There is another section in my script after the presentations where we talk about some details about this year's National Cuatro Festival.
Right.
Sure, yeah.
And then after that, I introduce David and Elliot, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I'm looking more at just the transitions when people are on and off. So halfway through David and Elliot, when they do their toast, we'll do a mad dash and get everybody on the screen for the toast, and then they do the toast and we'll kick everybody off.
So commercial break here, is everybody can have like a little glass or something next to them, so we do a little toast. It can be water, whatever you want to have on there, so.
Great.
And we have Elliot here also from Accenture. He just logged in.
So then,
Hello, everyone.
hello, sir. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
So then after the toast is done, we go through a series of other acknowledgements of important folks to the whole shebang, folks from WFPR and Telemundo Teleéxitos. And then, Manuel, you're introducing those people still. And just like Ignacio, you're going to come on for a split second between them. So you need to be ready to accept those videos right as soon as they get sent to you.
Okay.
And then you call out the LMF video, or LMF video, excuse me, and then that plays and you drop off. And then Ignacio, you jump back on, and we run through all the sponsors, starting with ComEd, or starting with BMO, then ComEd, Goya, and then Ignacio, you're calling out McDonald's and also introducing the video, which plays. Video ends, you come back on. You welcome Tato and all of the artists who are the reason we're all here. And then we keep that to a crisp 10 minutes. We cut it off pretty sharply at 10 minutes. And then you invite Carlo, and then everybody gets booted except for you, still Ignacio. And then you invite Carlos to close us out. And that's a wrap. It's a lot, but honestly, folks, it's not too complicated. So it really is going to be just fine. Everything's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to working.
Can I just ask a clarifying question, perhaps Carlos or McDonald's Association? They're not here, they're not speaking, and I'm going to read their remarks.
Correct.
Okay, I understand it.
Correct.
And then I'll introduce the video. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I don't know, it doesn't look like absolutely every speaker is on yet, but I expect that they'll join. But if they're not here, then we'll just move on to the next person. And especially Ignacio and Manuel, keep your eye on the chat box. And if somebody's just not here, we'll chat you to move on to the next person. And like I said, it's super forgiving, so it's all good.
Ignacio, there's another point on your script that you should, and I text you about, and that's to add on Camacho from La Rondalla de Humacao, who will be invited as one of the artist participants. So, Camacho, no se te olvide estamos hablando de que vas a apagar la cámara luego y cuando te inviten vas a encender la cámara tuya, la parte de los artistas. La parte de los artistas, cuando llamen a Cuco Peña y llamen a Maribel Delgado, te van a llamar también. So we have Maribel Delgado, we have Cuco Peña, we have Camacho.
Okay, so look, we got to get started.
Okay.
Carlos and Nancy, since I don't know exactly who all the artists are, you need to help in asking them to start their video when it's time.
Okay. Michael, before you go, I got a really quick question for you. Where do I find that? What view should I be in? Should I be in gallery, speaker?
You should be in gallery, but
Okay,
so everybody knows, it doesn't matter what you all see. The only thing guests will see is what's on my screen, and they're seeing gallery view, so we're all good.
Well, I wanted to ask you where that panel is where I'm going to see people.
It's in the upper right-hand corner where it says view.
Uh-huh.
That's gallery.
Okay, so in gallery. Okay, and then where is the place where I admit people?
That's on the right-hand side under panelists and attendees. You got to click on participants down at the bottom.
Down at the bottom. Participants 13. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I needed to find.
Okay, everybody, we're going live. So if
Okay.
everybody could turn off their videos and mute themselves, that'd be great. Elliot, one quick thing. Are you you got David coming on? Oh, there he is, David. Okay, I see you there. Okay, sounds great. Everybody's good for the first while, and I'm sure anybody else will join us. So, okay, great. We are ready to go all. Let's, hey, David, thanks for joining us. Just wanted to get a face there. We look forward to having you on in just a moment. So let's get stop video. Mute. All right, everybody, I'm muting myself and we are going live.
Computer audio. Let's start.
Hello, everybody. I think we are getting ready to start the show here. Give a few more minutes for folks to log in. Okay, so welcome everybody to the 2020 National Cuatro Festival virtual VIP reception. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. The National Cuatro Festival is Pras' leading fundraiser of the year. To learn more about the National Cuatro Festival, certainly visit the website, praachicago.org. We'll have more information for you today on the National Cuatro Festival and our programming here a little bit. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ignacio Lopez. I am the Dean of the Graduate School of Business at National Louis University and very proud board member of the Puerto Rican Art Alliance. As you know, many of you are familiar with the Puerto Rican Art Alliance and the National Cuatro Festival. And in normal times, we would be doing this work face-to-face. And in fact, in previous years, we've had a couple different receptions, one at the center and one at the Harris Theater. But tonight's VIP reception, as you can see, is a little different, partly because there's a little thing out there called COVID. We want to make sure that everybody stays safe, but we know that the show must go on. The great work that the Puerto Rican Art Alliance does in supporting our students in navigating and supporting the arts and the Puerto Rican culture and the Latin Music Project and the National Cuatro Festival must go on. This year, we're very excited to be able to talk about the National Cuatro Festival being televised on Telemundo and Teleéxito and WIPR in Puerto Rico. For more information, if you're looking for that information on where to find and to view the programming this weekend, November 14, and on Sunday the 15th, I strongly encourage you to visit our website at praachicago.org to learn more about where you can view and watch our National Cuatro Festival on TV this weekend. It promises to be such an amazing show. It's gonna be so great, so excited. All right, so this is a virtual reception. As I mentioned earlier, it's different. We're not able to see each other, so what are you getting yourself into? Well, first, I hope that you are very comfortable. I'm gonna give you a quick run of show here in a second, but I want you to see, first of all, that every time we kick off the National Cuatro Festival and we get into the reception, it starts to feel like we're getting into that holiday spirit, and rightly so, and an opportunity to really celebrate all of our students and the great work that our musicians do both here and in Puerto Rico. So mira, aquí tengo to get ready for the show tonight, mi bandera de Puerto Rico. Hopefully you guys all have your bandera. That was your homework assignment, maybe you missed it. And to get ready también, mira, look what I have here. Aquí tengo el güiro to get ready so I can play along when I'm watching the video of all of our students and all of our performers. Y aquí también tengo el vasito de coquito. Mira, para que vean, bien rico el coquito. Yeah, I already have two of them, so you gotta excuse me. I gotta slow down on the coquito. Okay, as I know Carlos is giving me an evil eye, I gotta get on with the show. Let me tell you what you're gonna get into tonight. We have several guests joining us all over the country and in Puerto Rico, and we're excited. So today we're gonna engage and you're gonna be able to see a sneak peek of the Latin Music Project and a bit of their video and the work that our amazing students are doing within the organization. You're also going to get a sneak peek of what will be televised over the weekend. We have several of the musicians that are here today para hablar con nosotros un poquito de cómo fue la cosa esa que pusieron en the TV. It's going to be awesome to hear from all of our artists and to see that sneak peek. We have a really great show for you. I hope that you are relaxed and ready to be engaged and ahí hablando con su familia, ready to go, and really excited about supporting the Puerto Rican Art Alliance and the work we do. I want to say one more time, and a big special thank you to Accenture for making this virtual reception possible. We're so grateful to all of our sponsors, and we'll have more to hear from our sponsors a little later. I do want to turn over now to our board chairman. Recently, as you know, we have elected a new board chairman of the Puerto Rican Art Alliance, and we're absolutely so excited to hear from our board chairman. His name, Manuel Cuevas Trician, who is here to give us a little more information on what we can hear about the Cuatro Festival and the video. So I'm going to turn off my mic and my information here. I'm going to pass the baton on to Manuel to give us more information on the National Cuatro Festival.
Thank you very much, Ignacio. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. My name is Manuel Cuevas Trician. I am the Vice President and Chief Human Resource Officer at Northwestern University. And I'm also the proud chair of the Puerto Rican Arts Alliance Board. It's an absolute honor to be here with all of you tonight, and we're very, very grateful for the opportunity. As Ignacio mentioned, I have been the chair of Pras since July of 2020, so right in the middle of the pandemic, following the passing of our irreplaceable leader, Juan Mendez. Juan was an absolute inspiration to all of us, continues to be an inspiration to all of us, and we'll be learning more about him later today. I have been involved with Pras through the board for the past 2.5 years, but only since July I have been the chair of the board. It's a source of enormous pride to be able to continue to further the understanding of Puerto Rican culture and Puerto Rican heritage here in the Chicagoland area. And I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the extraordinary commitment, efforts, and hard work and dedication of our board of directors. The reality is that without their talent, time, effort, and support, the educational programming that we make available to our young students in the Chicagoland area and through the Chicago Public Schools simply would be impossible. And of course, I want to thank the staff of Pras, including Carlos, Nancy, and so many others that make the work of Pras possible. I'd like to acknowledge each member of our board of directors right now, again, with our special gratitude on behalf of Pras. First, I'd like to introduce Monica Diaz. Number 2, Robert Pantoja. Ignacio Lopez. Eduardo Camacho. Silvia Mojica Castillo. Stacy O'Brien. Janice Bolton. Cheryl Cook. Diana Maldonado. And did I miss someone? I think I missed someone. Hopefully they were displayed. Yes, Anastasia O'Brien, yes. Great. Thank you very much to all of you. We are incredibly grateful for all that you do. Now, let me just share some details about this year's unique the National Cuatro Festival virtual and televised experience. As Ignacio already mentioned, this is the very first time we do it on a televised fashion. We have always taken pride of putting together a really fantastic live show here in downtown Chicago. We have had the event at various venues, but in Puerto Rico say, cuando del cielo caen limones, hacemos limonada. And because of COVID, those are the lemons that we're getting. We're making really, really sweet lemonade by putting together a televised show that actually will reach a broader audience. And that is one of the advantages of this format that we're going to have this year. It allows us to broaden the scope of our audience and share the richness of our culture and our beautiful musical and cultural heritage. In addition, we are dedicating this year's 22nd annual Cuatro Festival to the first responders in the healthcare field, and to the first responders, and we call them los socorristas, and they really make a difference, especially now. We're now going through some people call it the third wave or second wave of COVID. And they truly are putting their lives on the line to keep us safe. And we want to dedicate the show to each one of them. Our featured artists for the show are some of the best cuatristas and Latin musicians in the world. And we're extraordinarily proud of for bringing this kind of quality artistic experience to all of you. Many of our efforts went into the production of this televised event, both in Chicago and in Puerto Rico. And this televised event is sure to be the same artistic caliber and excellence that people that have come to the live show have had the pleasure to experience. So as Ignacio said, the show must go on even in the middle of a pandemic. At this point, I would like to introduce David Olivencia and Elliot Segarra, managing directors from Accenture. And they are our VIP sponsors. So welcome, David and Elliot, and thank you so much for your sponsorship.
Well, excellent, Manuel. Thank you, and thank you for your strong leadership of Pras and all you do. Carlos, thank you as well for the strong leadership that you provided to Pras over the many years here, and to the board, as also all the sponsors, right, who step up and support Pras. Many of the sponsors are clients and customers of Accenture, so we can't do it without you. So thank you to the sponsors and supporters of Pras who are customers of Accenture. For those of you who are not familiar with Accenture, our theme and our motto is let there be change, right? And we're helping our customers and our clients around the globe leverage technology to change, to help them be more successful. We have about $50 billion in revenue. We have about 500,000 employees around the world, all helping our customers and our clients change to be more successful. A little bit about me. All my family is from Puerto Rico. My grandmothers were cooks in a Puerto Rican restaurant. That's actually how my parents met. I always say when my grandmothers were making chuletas and acapurrias, when they were cooking those, my parents, they were doing a different type of cooking. When I also lived in Puerto Rico for 3 years, and I lived in Viejo San Juan, in the Calle Luna. So really had the opportunity to dig in and really understand and appreciate the beautiful culture that we have. The music, the art, the food, the rhythms that we all share and love, and really appreciate what Pras and the leadership team and what the sponsors are doing to bring that life, not only to Chicago, but really around the globe in terms of what we're doing at Pras. So thank you, and it's an honor for Accenture to support that. And a special thanks to Chris Bradley within Accenture, who's really stepped up and helped us financially support Pras. I'd like to also introduce another friend of mine, mi pana, fellow Puerto Rican within Accenture, a leader who not only leads our supply chain practice within Accenture, but is also the national chairman of Accenture's Hispanic Employee Resource Group, which has probably 10,000 or so Hispanic employees within Americas that this leader is responsible for. Ignacio had the guiro and the bandera and everything, and Elliot today, if you can see, brought me this bottle of coquito, and so that's my prop for today, and he brought that over to me, and aside from all that, I call him the coquito king of the Midwest, and he brought me the bottle of coquito, and tomorrow I'm gonna bring him a bottle of pitorro that I'm brewing up outside in change for that. So with that, Elliot, please the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, David, and thanks for having me. It's a pleasure and honor to be here today. And I just, a little bit about me. Elliot Segarra. I'm a son of a Lareño. You can see the Montes back there. My dad grew up in the island. When he came over to Chicago, he met my mother, who's first generation born Puerto Rican in the States. And so all my family is either in Lares or Bayamón. So very, very proud to be Hispanic and proud to be Boricua. And, as a leader at Accenture, I have the responsibility of being the face and voice for many of Latino and Hispanic people in North America. One of the things that I really appreciate about Pras is the culture and the celebration and just the emotion that the music brings. I remember growing up as a kid, my dad would blare the music growing up, and I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, you don't have appreciation for the music until you get much older, and now I'm a huge fan, and it takes me back, and those are some of my best memories of with my father. And last year, my wife surprised me as an early Christmas gift, and I had the opportunity to attend the Cuatro Festival in Chicago last year with my family. So that was an amazing experience. And again, I just want to thank you for it's an honor for Accenture to host this VIP reception. And as David mentioned, I have a little side hustle where I do a little bit of coquito manufacturing. So this is a great reason to brew the first batch. So with that, I want to, on behalf of Accenture, our clients are 500,000 people, and our Latino and Hispanic community at Accenture raise a glass salute to what will be an amazing Cuatro festival, and the privilege and the opportunity for folks not only in the Chicagoland area, but in Puerto Rico to experience the joy of the culture and music. So, salud a todos.
Salud.
Salud. Well, it's thank you so much, Elliot and David. By the way, it's great to see David. I haven't seen you in a while, so we need to make sure we connect. Hopefully, you save a little bit of coquito and maybe some pitorro as well. But it's really, really again, we're very, very grateful for your sponsorship, for all you do, and by the way, for representing Puerto Rico, los Boricuas, in the highest echelons of corporate America and global corporations. So that is a source of immense pride for us. So thank you. Next, we have Eric Delgado, Presidente de WIPR, Puerto Rico, who will be airing the broadcast in San Juan and in all of Puerto Rico on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eric, bienvenido y muchísimas gracias por tu auspicio. Tienes el piso para ti, por favor.
Well, hello, all of you. I'm real glad over here. I don't know if you guys can see me or not right now. Yes, you do?
We can hear you, and we can hear los coquis in the background.
Good. You can hear the coquis and cuco, which is next to me right here, too. They sound almost the same. They both sing beautiful,
Yes.
And you don't know how glad I am to see all this bunch of Puerto Ricans having fun and at the same time taking care of bringing our art and our culture so high over there in Chicago. I was born in New York, kind of New Yorican, right? But not every time I have the chance to see things coming from other states, and having this opportunity to that you give us to start this abrazo, because this is not a handshake, this is a Boricua abrazo, you know, that let us share and start information, shows, and everything we can start bringing up from now on. It really makes me feel real nice. And of course, I should say on behalf of the Corporation of Puerto Rico for the Public Broadcast and all those beautiful things that involve our station. But it goes even further. It goes even further because this is going to be aired on our airwaves, and I'm sure a lot of people in Puerto Rico is going to be paying attention to what's going on, and that's what really gives me a motivation to start sharing our, because we're all Puerto Rican. So Cuco is getting a musical phone call. Sorry about that. But this is going to give us a chance to make this, I hope, a real long run relationship. And the Saturday at 9 o'clock, we already spoke together. The three of us that are here. We're going to be with our social distancing and everything, but we're going to be having a real good time watching the show. So if you guys ever come to Puerto Rico, if you are over here, please let us know that you're here so we can talk and get together and do more plans. We're open. We're totally open to hear from you guys all year long. And I hope this really can become true. Thanks a lot on behalf of here in Channel 6 WIPR. I'm real grateful, and hopefully I meet you all in person one day.
Thank you so much, Eric. We are equally grateful and proud. We extend ese mismo abrazo que nos ha ofrecido. We'll extend the same hug and reciprocate it with brotherly and sisterly love from Chicago. As they say, you know, we may have left Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico never left us. So I want to again thank Eric, Cuco. It's just absolute. I'm a little bit of awestruck because. Or starstruck because you know, we don't always get to meet musical luminaries like yourself and people who have put the name of Puerto Rico so high in every stage around the world. Last year we had the opportunity to have the musical direction of Rosalín Pavón, and that was another moment of immense pride for all of us. And having that association with people like yourselves, it's truly fantastic. So now I would like to introduce someone who's very special to us. It's the newest member of our board, Diana Maldonado, Vice President for News in the Noticiero Telemundo Chicago. So Diana, welcome to Pras again with open arms, and again thank you to the Telemundo for the support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm super excited, you know, to be the new member of Pras. You know, first and foremost, David Dobler, our general manager and president of Telemundo Chicago and NBC5, extends his, you know, big congratulations. He couldn't be here today, so I'll speak a little bit on his behalf. We've had, as a duopoly, we've had a very long-standing relationship with Pras, as many of you may know. We've had board members that have been, you know, through the organization. As you know, Zoraida Sambolin normally MCs the events. We take great pride in partnering up with Pras and really, you know, pushing forward our heritage and, you know, for the future generations. You know, we really realize what important work is being done. And so we support it and we will continue to do so. Obviously, this year is really, really special for us at Telemundo to have this show on air and on our .2 channel, which is the Teleéxitos. So this weekend is going to be all about, you know, Pras and the Cuatro Festival. So we're, you know, really, really proud about that. Today we aired the preview story for the festival in our 5 o'clock news. So as soon as the link is ready for the digital asset, I will forward that to Carlos so that he can forward to all of you if you'd like. And, as a board member now and as a Puerto Rican, in Chicago, who's very close to her heritage and her culture, I'm just really proud that you guys selected me to be on your board. I know that Dave was previously on the board and speaks highly of the way that you conduct business. Carlos and I have had a really long-standing relationship as well, as I've been leading this team for the last 10 years. And really it's just about, the excitement of being, a part of this great legacy for Pras and certainly paving the way throughout this pandemic to bring people a piece of home. So thank you so much. And we're so excited.
Thank you so much, Diana. Again, it's an absolute pleasure to have you. We're incredibly proud of you, and we're very proud of our board. Each of our board members, whether they are from Puerto Rico or of Puerto Rican descent, or friends and now family of Puerto Rico, really grace us with their talent and their commitment and their love for the arts, which is really what this organization is about. It's not about politics. It's about the love and the connections that are achieved between people of so many different areas through the arts. So again, thank you, Diana and Telemundo, for airing this year's shows in 2 of your television channels. I'd like to just briefly talk before the next segment about the Pras Latin Music Project Ensemble, which really has been a long-standing featured part of our festival. Every year, the ensemble, which is made up of very young and talented musicians, receive many requests to perform throughout the Chicagoland area, and they are our best ambassadors of Pras. Even during this pandemic, the Latin Music Project Ensemble performed at Navy Pier at the festival, and they were featured as part of Navy Pier's live stream fundraiser where they perform at the Crystal Gardens. We have a very special preview of their festival performance to share with you now, so enjoy.
En Chicago el festival
Wow, how awesome was that? Man, so emotional every time this year when we hear the just talent that all of the VAR students have and the progression of the Latin Music Project Ensemble and the amazing work that the students have done is incredible. I want to go off script here to say that, you know, when the pandemic hit, the way that the Puerto Rican Art Alliance pivoted to continue to support music through virtual means was unbelievable. The way that the music program, the director, the leaders, managers, everyone in the organization continue to find ways to keep teaching students music through virtual means and technology was absolutely inspirational. And the fact that our students continue to wanted to keep playing and keep learning and keep getting better so that we can be able to enjoy such musical, beautiful sounding music because of their hard work and also the hard work and talent of the Puerto Rican Art Alliance music program, the music director, music leaders, and all of the teachers. Amazing work, just so beautiful, the work that's done. So thank you so much to the Latin Music Project, just such an inspiration to get into. So now, a lot of this work would not be possible had it not been for contributions from our corporate sponsors and many others. But we do want to have an opportunity to celebrate our corporate sponsors and leaders and champions that have really helped to make this work. And you can see sort of the fruit of the labor and the contributions, how far contributions have gone when our corporate sponsors support students and support the arts in general to be able to see. So special shout out to all of our corporate sponsors. I do want to just shout out our sponsors this year. Thank you so much for your support. Telemundo Teleéxito, WIPR Puerto Rico, Allstate Insurance Company, ComEd, Paul M. Angel Family Foundation, BMO Harris, the McDonald's Hispanic Owners Association, Goya, and US Bank. I want to be able to now call up some folks we can hear just amazing their contributions to us and want to hear from some of our sponsors and their efforts in supporting the organization. The first person I'd like to call up and say a few words about the organization, the work that's being done, is Adela Cepeda with BMO Harris. She's a corporate board member for BMO Harris. So Adela.
Thank you so much. It's really such an honor to be here. And it's an honor that BMO has, over the years, supported PRA. I think that the culture of Cuatro is so special, and it brings so much to all of us, all Latinos, to have this kind of musical talent and history, and having the young people, take it up. I mean, it just says so much about how so many of us are trying to preserve the culture. So I'm very honored as a director of BMO Financial Corp to represent them today in this sponsorship for PRA that they've taken on for multiple years. And I have to tell you, I think that this week, BMO announced, a $5 billion campaign to support the diverse communities in Chicago. I think that, we, the bank, we get it, and we know how important, our culture and making sure that the Latino community advances and bridges the wealth gap is just critical. So I'm proud to stand with BMO in this and in supporting PRA as it advances what is really a cultural gem of Puerto Rico. So thank you very much, and I'm really honored to be here with you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adela. Thank you personally, but also thank you to BMO for their support of the organization. So now I'd like to bring up Stacey O'Brien. I got disconnected there. Here I go. Sorry. So thanks again, Adela, so much for your support. Now I'd like to bring up Stacy O'Brien. She's a Vice President and Deputy General Counsel at ComEd, but also one of our amazing board members here at the organization, to say a few words. Stacy.
Hi, thank you so much. I am so happy to be here again for the kickoff to the Cuatro Festival. The festival helps support the much needed music and arts programming for the thousands of people and children and youth in the city of Chicago that PRA reaches every year. I'd like to applaud the work that PRA does to inspire and to persevere. And, I think someone said this earlier, but I think that PRA may have been among the very first to switch over to virtual lessons and virtual classrooms and to continue to reach out to its students and to demonstrate to everybody that when you have complications and when you have times of crisis, it doesn't mean that arts and music go by the wayside. Those are the times when you need it perhaps more than ever. And PRA is just a demonstration of how you can continue to have those very important things in your lives. And I'd like to thank the talented performers that came today. And you feel their energy and their joy every time you get together to celebrate and honor culture. I am a bit of a glass half full kind of person, so I actually think that the virtual nature that we're going to use this year, that we're forced to use this year for the Cuatro Festival, is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to reach people that we perhaps wouldn't otherwise reach, and to bring them the joy and the music and let them experience it themselves, so that they will be enriched in ways they otherwise may not have been. At ComEd, our mission of powering lives goes beyond providing safe and reliable energy for our customers. It also means powering the lives throughout the community by supporting cultural nonprofit organizations like PRA, and that empower youth in our communities through access to music and the arts and enrich the city's diverse cultural landscape. This is as important as everything else that we do, and we're very proud to continue to support PRA. And thank you again to the performers and to those that work so hard behind the scenes to make today possible and to make the Cuatro Festival possible, and to everyone who's here today, because it demonstrates what can happen when we all work together to bring the communities the art and culture that we need and the support that our children need. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here.
Thank you so much, Stacy, personally and always for the work that you do, and certainly to ComEd for their sponsorship. I totally agree with you that the reach this year of the talent, right, sharing and showing the talent is going to be even greater than before. And we hope that more and more folks are touched by the great work that the organization is doing, and then really leaning into the Puerto Rican culture and Latin music work that we do. Thank you again so much. So we have another sponsor joining us today, General Manager at Goya Foods, Juan Lopez. Everyone's got something Goya in their cabinet, so we want to extend the opportunity to say thank you to Goya and give the floor to Juan Lopez to share a few thoughts and comments.
Buenas noches, good evening to all. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with all you and enriching our culture every day. Here at Goya, we've always appreciated and admired the importance of the Puerto Rican community for us. Also, how important Goya is to the Puerto Rican community. I would like to congratulate the PRA as it celebrates its 22nd anniversary of the Cuatro Festival. Almost since the beginning, for 20 years, we've been sponsors of this endeavor because we recognize its value. The art and music programs enrich the appreciation of the Puerto Rican culture and encourage future generations to grow and benefit from these riches. I also want to mention a little bit of what Goya is doing to give back to our community as well. Goya has donated over 2 million pounds of food this year through our global program, Goya Gives, across the United States and Puerto Rico. We are reaching local food banks, churches, community centers, soup kitchens, outreach programs that are in desperate need in these uncertain times. We're making good on our commitment to work for our country and to give back to our communities because it's the right thing to do. Since 1936, giving back has been at the heart of Goya, and we continue to do it because it's part of our DNA. I am honored to represent Goya and Babu Namre, president of Goya Foods, in recognizing the tremendous contributions of Pras to our community, and invite you to enjoy some of the best interpreters of the Puerto Rican national music on November 14th. Que viva el Cuatro Festival. Y como siempre decimos, si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. Gracias.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan, for your work and your sponsorship. We're so excited to have the relationship with you and supporting the organization. Next, I'd like to pivot a little bit to say a few words on behalf of the McDonald's Hispanic Owners Association. Unfortunately, Carmen Solano, the carrier, was not able to join us tonight. Our schedules certainly are busy, but so excited that they were able to provide for us a few words, in part because you all remember and have recognized our former chairman of the board, Juan Mendez, the late Juan Mendez, and his work, his charitable work, his leadership, and his mentoring continues to live through us all as board members, and really throughout the entire organization as a whole. And so today we had invited the McDonald's Hispanic Owners Association to say a few words, and they were able to submit some information for us that I will read to us, and they have been able to put together a quick video. But before we get to the video, I wanted to just read these remarks and just say a few words about Juan, our late chairman. And so the McDonald's Hispanic Owners Association is honored to support the Puerto Rican Arts Alliance, and we congratulate you for your work during the last 22 years to enrich the culture of Puerto Rico and passing the culture on to future generations. We especially value Pras' educational and cultural efforts as it aligns very well with our mission to provide education, empowerment, and opportunity to our fellow Latinos. There's probably no better expression of the Puerto Rican music than the Cuatro, and on Saturday, we are excited to have the opportunity to enjoy the show. The entire Latino community benefits from our shared traditions and come together to support and inspire each other, knowing that as we come together, we are stronger. And there's no better bond than the one formed by music. It is also a sad occasion as we remember the passing of Juan Mendez, president of the board of Pras and founding member of the McDonald's Hispanic Owner Operations Association. In both institutions, his focus was in educating our youth so they could develop the necessary skills to be successful in life and give back to their communities. We miss Juan very much, and we put a video together where his daughters, Tanya and Laura, shared their own thoughts about everything Juan stood for in his life. We want to just say thank you again to the McDonald's Hispanic Owners Operations Association for their contribution and their continued commitment to Pras. And now we want to hear and see the video that Juan's daughters have put together in his memory to be shared. So we'll turn over to the video now.
My father, Juan Mendez, was the most wonderful and generous father that my sister and I could have ever asked for. He was not only a phenomenal family man, he was also a leader in our community, an entrepreneur who had 2 successful careers.
He was very supportive of us as his family and everyone working at McDonald's, who he always said was also our family. He got into McDonald's to have a better life for us, to create a better life for my sister and myself. He also wanted to make sure that we created a better life for the people who were working with us and giving them an opportunity to make their lives better.
He persevered. He did not see risk inherently as risk. He saw risk as an opportunity. He always thought that everything that we did in life and should be done for the good of others. With him becoming a McDonald's franchisee, a big part of that was so that for generations to come, his family would have fantastic career opportunities and we would be able to influence the lives of others.
He also taught us how important it is to always help others. If we don't help others, then really what are we here for?
It was never about what he could get out of it, or it was never about what people would see him doing. It was about what can you do to help others achieve their dreams and their goals, whether that be through education or their career choice or their family. Success means different things to different people, and he was always so proud to see happy families, and that included our team at McDonald's.
So he practiced what he preached, and he was always a mentor to others. He would find people who maybe didn't have the support that they always needed, maybe at home, at school, or at work. And he was able to provide that for them and show them what their strengths were and kind of push people to exceed. That's just something he was really good at. He could find people who needed help, and he pushed people just to be better.
So great to see that video, and certainly always Juan was such an inspiring person with such a beautiful family and the great work that he always did. A quick sort of personal story as we transition to hear a little bit about from our artists. But one time I wasn't, Juan was always really big on motivating and also mentoring, and he could see if you were not having a good day, or some conversations, and if some of us needed to smile, or he'd always have these little side things. But one day he saw that I was a bit sort of, I was going through some things, and we weren't laughing as much, but he had a little joke that I want to share with you here, which I thought was really funny. He said, "Oye, Ignacio," he said, "¿Qué le dijo a un plátano al otro plátano cuando se le perdió el teléfono?" And he said, I said, "I don't know what he said." He said, "Hey man, where'd my phone go?" Okay, I know it's hard to tell these jokes because now I can't tell if you're laughing. Anyways, but that's the spirit of Juan, mentoring and loving and caring. And when he saw that we were down, he wanted to make us laugh. He wanted to cheer us up. He wanted to encourage us, to encourage other people, which is the legacy of the work that we're doing. And here today, to carry this work forward and really listening from this inspiration is no better way that we can hear it than from the artists that will be performing in the live televised show. And so now we want to be able to have the opportunity to hear from some of the amazing artists, and wanted to turn it over and introduce to you Tato Rossi, the producer behind the scenes, who's going to share some information and introduce some of the amazing artists that we have. Aquí te lo paso, Tato.
Saludos y buenas noches. Nice to talk to you guys. First, I want to thank you for the opportunity to do this show. I just want to mention a couple of things, and then I'll pass it over to Cuco Peña. But when you get an opportunity to do a show like this, there's a certain magic to it that you can produce, invent, or create. It has to happen. And in a way, that's what really happened with this show. And one of the amazing things that happened was that first, we needed to find the perfect location for this. And the perfect location ended up being the Conservatorio de Música de Puerto Rico, the place where all our artists were formed, and we had a great time doing the show, and there was a camaraderie and a relationship so loving with all the people that participated. But I would like to invite Cuco Peña to talk about it.
Gracias. Thank you, Dado. I'm also very happy and very proud to be here tonight and to have been invited to this wonderful project. I'm going to switch to Spanish since I want to talk from the heart and tell you how much I appreciate this opportunity. Cuando Carlos nos contrató para hacer la gala de este año, todavía pues no había empezado la pandemia, ¿no? Así que empezamos a buscar los artistas, grandes colegas y amigos como Andy Montañez, Hilda Ramos, el virtuoso cuatrista Edwin Colonsaya, Maribel Delgado, también cuatrista, Jerry Rivas, gran cantante joven. Entonces, de repente surge esto, obviamente hay que parar todos los esfuerzos y empezamos, Carlos y yo seguimos hablando a ver de qué manera hacíamos real, no dejábamos caer la actividad este año. Qué bueno y qué crédito, ¿no? al empeño y a la visión de Carlos que hemos podido hacer esta actividad, y sé que hablo a nombre de mis colegas y amigos artistas, Andy Montañez, repito, Hilda Ramos, Edwin Colón Sayas, ¿qué puedo decir? La rondalla de Humacao de Puerto Rico, y una jovencita de 12 años que es una cantante espectacular, Mónica García. La música ha sido la cara de Puerto Rico ante el mundo desde principios del siglo pasado, ¿no? Nuestros artistas, nuestros cantantes, nuestros músicos, compositores han puesto la cara de Puerto Rico, nuestra bandera, muy en alto donde quiera que han ido, ¿no? Y qué satisfacción y qué orgullo ver que allá en Chicago el Puerto Rican Arts Alliance está haciendo este esfuerzo tan monumental con estos niños. Acabamos de verlos tocar y de corazón los tengo que felicitar a cada uno de ellos, a sus maestros, a la arreglista que hizo el arreglo de esa pieza maravillosa. Realmente nos llena de orgullo que una de las cosas más lindas de Puerto Rico, nuestra música, pues siga perpetuando. Y es que se nota el ego que estos niños en el DNA llevan la música puertorriqueña por dentro, y el Cuatro lo tocan como se toca, de verdad, se ve que lo sienten, ¿no? O sea que el trabajo asegura mucha música puertorriqueña por años por venir. Creo que Andy no va a poder estar con nosotros hoy por razones fuera de nuestro control, pero sé que hablo a su nombre cuando digo que estamos orgullosos y contentísimos de ser parte de este gran esfuerzo que por primera vez Puerto Rico entero va a poder presenciar el sábado, ¿no? El gran trabajo que hace Pras. Ya tuvimos la oportunidad de verlos acá durante el huracán y agradecerles también de corazón toda la ayuda que dieron a entidades que estaban en mucha necesidad en ese momento. Y realmente, pues, el Puerto Rican Arts Alliance dio un paso al frente y se convirtió en un ente de ayuda especial. Bueno, vamos a tener la oportunidad nuevamente de agradecerles todo lo que están haciendo. Y bueno, ¿qué más puedo decir? Los veo el sábado y espero que les guste tanto el show como a nosotros nos gustó hacerlo y ofrecérselo.
Bueno,
muchas gracias. Go ahead. Sorry, Maribel. Yes, please.
okay, hello, good evening. Thank you, the Pras, for inviting me to the festival. It's an honor. And thank you, Carlos Hernández, for la iniciativa, ¿verdad? Del Festival del Cuatro puertorriqueño, que para mí y para todos los puertorriqueños lo consideramos como el festival del Cuatro más importante de todo Estados Unidos. Así que es un privilegio para mí estar de la mano del staff, del board, del maestro Cuco Peña, quien respeto muchísimo, ¿verdad? Y es un honor también trabajar con él, con Camacho, con Edwin Colonzayas y todos los compañeros, ¿verdad? Los muchachos del grupo que ustedes tienen allá en Chicago, que son maravillosos. Tuve la oportunidad de estar el año pasado con ustedes allá en Chicago haciendo unos talleres con los muchachos y me llevé una experiencia muy linda y muy enriquecedora que siempre voy a guardar con mucho cariño. Esos chicos son muy talentosos y ustedes están haciendo un gran labor allá. Los admiro mucho por todo ese esfuerzo que ustedes están haciendo allá. Y bueno, yo más que honrada de estar este año, los boricuas siempre, ¿verdad? Ante la adversidad, siempre sacamos lo mejor de todas las crisis. Y aquí está demostrado que no hay pandemia que nos aguante. Ustedes han tenido la iniciativa de hacer este festival para que todo el mundo pueda disfrutar de él. Así que mil felicidades. Gracias a los auspiciadores y gracias al board por el esfuerzo tan maravilloso que hacen para preservar nuestra cultura puertorriqueña.
Bueno, gracias, muchas gracias a todos. Camacho, ahí te veo. ¿Quieres decir algunas palabras, Camacho?
Bueno, my name is Jorge Camacho, and I've been teaching Cuatro for more than 40 years. And first of all, I would like to thank Pras and Carlos Hernández por esta iniciativa tan hermosa de fomentar y preservar el cuatro puertorriqueño. ¿Qué seríamos los boricuas sin el cuatro y sin el coquí? Y sin un buen mofongo, como tú mencionaste en la broma. Así que Puerto Rico es música. Esto ha sido una experiencia muy hermosa para nosotros. Tuvimos la oportunidad de compartir no puedo dejar pasar a Cuco Peña. Estar con Cuco es como estar con su padre. Yo tuve la oportunidad de compartir con su papá. Así que Cuco, un abrazo bien grande para ti y para todos aquellos para Tato y para todos aquellos que hicieron realidad y posible que la rondalla estuviera en este festival tan hermoso. Así que esta iniciativa de Carlos Hernández y de Pras de fomentar y preservar el cuatro puertorriqueño, eso hay que darle una medalla olímpica de oro. Puerto Rico tuvo 4 instrumentos nacionales y yo creo que no hay un solo país en toda América que haya tenido 4 instrumentos de cuerdas nacionales. Y aunque los demás fueron algunos desapareciendo, pero el Cuatro está en un sitio bien alto gracias a iniciativas como esta del Cuatro puertorriqueño en Chicago. Así que nos unimos a eso. Y el denominador común en esta pandemia, ¿cuál ha sido? La música. Así que la música, cuando abríamos el Facebook, veíamos en los balcones, veíamos en las casas la gente bailando, cantando, los chelistas en los balcones, los violines, las trompetas, todo estaba sonando a través del mundo. Y ahora pues tenemos esta oportunidad también de sonar el cuatro puertorriqueño gracias a Pras. Y la expresión más genuina de un pueblo es su arte y su música. Así que qué mejor que esto. Yo siempre digo a los muchachos que quien se abraza a la música, quien se abraza al arte, quien se abraza a un instrumento musical, nunca va a estar solo. Así que gracias nuevamente para la Junta de Directores y nos ponemos a las órdenes de ustedes para cualquier evento que vayan a hacer. Así que un abrazo grande a Maribel, a Edwin Colón, a Andy, a Tato, a Cuco, a Carlos y a la Junta de Directores y a todos los chicos de la rondalla y a sus padres, porque también gracias a sus padres que pudimos estar allí en esa grabación. Así que un abrazo solidario de parte de la rondalla de Humacao.
Ok, bueno, muchas gracias a ustedes. Thank you so much. It's such a great honor to hear how a project like this comes together and how we continue to work together to keep lifting the music forward and the work continues to go on. I know that we are sort of pushing up on time here. I want to continue with our agenda. I want to say a special thank you again so much. Gracias a Cuco, a Camacho, a Tato, a Maribel. Thank you so much for being here. And we're so excited to watch you perform this weekend on the TV. Ya tengo los niños tan excited para ver a todo el mundo cantando y bailando. It's going to be great. But before we end the show today, we have to certainly, last but not least, our amazing executive director of the Puerto Rican Arts Alliance, executive director and founder of Pras, has been with us for 22 years. Without his leadership, without his commitment to the arts and the organization, without his commitment to our students, both here locally in the city of Chicago, but across all the way in Puerto Rico, we would not be here today. And so clearly, not only do we honor our past board president and all of our efforts in the past, but we also have to give it up for our amazing and true leader, Carlos Hernandez, who's going to walk us through his next steps. And I think he's going to share with us a sneak peek. So no se vayan, ahí aguanten su coquito y espérense para que vean, stay to the end of the show. So I will turn it over to Carlos, who will take it on from here. Okay, Carlos, it's on you.
Thank you, Ignacio. Thank you for doing such a great job in moving us along. I know this is very kind of challenging when we have a program like this, because we've never done one like this. We've always done this reception live. But I also want to remind everybody to please log on to our website, www.praachicago.org. There is a ton of information out there that we put out on the National Cuatro Festival for this year. I'm going to speak kind of Spanglish here so I can address some of the people in Puerto Rico. También quiero agradecer a todos los artistas que hablaron. Gracias por su apoyo, y Tato Rossi también por producir este evento. Y Cuco Peña por la creación, Gondaya de Humacao, Maribel que está aquí con nosotros también, y a Eric Delgado. We could have done this without the support of many of you. And there are special donors that we have today with us. Some of them have joined us, and they include individual donors who have given to this project. And they give from the heart. They give because this is a benefit for the Puerto Rican Arts Alliance. Among them includes Cabrera Capital Markets, Clifford Law Offices, Hector Fábregas, Dr. Ramon Garcia, Elidia Mercado, Mike Pritcha, Milton Rodriguez, Will Santiago, Rodrigo Sierra, the retired state legislator, the Honorable Miguel Santiago, and the retired judge, Honorable Leda Santiago. They have all given us support as well, and I just wanted to take a time to thank them. Tato, you did a great job in producing this show. I think people are going to love it once they see it go live on TV through WIPR, Canal 6 in Puerto Rico, and also through Telemundo Chicago. Telemundo, we are very grateful for giving us this opportunity. When we first knew about the Cuatro Festival, because of the pandemic, we couldn't have it at the Harris Theater, and couldn't gather the large audience that we normally have at the Harris Theater, that we probably have close to 1,400 people that attend. This opportunity came. Telemundo Chicago was there, said yes, we want to put it on TV, and also WIPR Canal 6 did a good job, is also supporting that. I also want to credit our artists, our official visual artist. His name is Carlos Julio Acevedo Rivera, known as Popolo. The image that you're seeing here on the poster, he created this. He created an image with Chicago and Puerto Rico coming together. I think he did a great job in terms of putting it all together for us. This year, we're going to dedicate the Cuatro Festival for our first responders in the healthcare field. This has affected so many of us. And as you can see, we're doing this with love and heart through online live here. And the pandemic has brought us to this, but it is also, there's a lot of people out there who are looking after us. And we thought that it would be a great idea. Our board of directors, who I want to thank and that support the organization, voted for this. And so thank you for doing it as well. I also want to thank our staff, our dedicated staff, our volunteers who help us throughout the years and are also helping us this year as well. Special thanks to the technology people behind this who are keeping the show going. Michael Wren, Haley Watts, you all did a great job. I want to mention that the ad book, that we normally put out this every year is online. We did a great job. A lot of our staff members and our sponsors supported us, and we put a very great program ad book together. It's on our website again, www.prachicago.org. This event is a charitable event. It raises nearly 50% of the revenues for this organization to exist and to bring the impactful work that we do for over 15,000 youth and children throughout the year. And the sponsors have been incredibly supportive, and you also have been incredibly supportive for our work. The ad book that you see online will sort of take you through a story that we're telling about what's this event about this year and who are some of our supporters throughout the year. Remember, the event is going to be held, the National Cuatro Festival is going to be televised on WIPR, Canal 6 in Puerto Rico on November 14th from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. It'll also be televised on Telemundo Chicago Saturday, November 14th, twice. First, it'll be televised from 11:30 to 12:30, and then again in the morning from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. All of this information is online, so you can look at it and make sure that you have the time correct that I just mentioned. We want you to please get the word out and make sure that you share the information that we have on our website, prachicago.org. Share it with everybody because we want to get the word out that we're doing this, and it's on television. I know in Puerto Rico they're doing it, and I know some of our friends and some of our supporters are also doing it in Chicago, but we need more of your help. I want to close with leaving you with something special, a sneak preview of what you're going to be seeing on TV through WIPR and Telemundo Chicago, and from there, I think we're gonna end the program. We're gonna wrap the program, and again, I think there will be a slide acknowledging our sponsors as well. Thank you everybody for showing up to this virtual reception, and we hope that you tune in to see the 22nd annual National Cuatro Festival. Thank you.
Yo quiero escuchar la bomba, también la lata y la plena, todo lo que se asemeja a mi tierra borinqueña. Y aunque a otros invitamos, ya te decimos alright, hay que sentirse orgulloso de cantar el Lelo Light. Mi cuatro es el instrumento que revela perfección, la profunda sensación que dice lo que yo siento.
Noche de paz, noche de amor,
que me amanezco cantando, que en la noche va alegrando, que en Borinquen he vivido, que soy nativo de